What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Some more Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Loving the format so far. I do think it is a bit bomb heavy, yes, especially with the bonus sheet stuff. But there's a lot of counterplay, lots of good removal, and you do need to have removal in the format because of how many big creatures and other spells there are. But yeah, the games, seemingly anyways, have felt like they've gone longer, and you can kind of cook. That is to say, you can build more than just 2-color decks, right? You can build 3, 4, even 5-color decks. Anyways, let's jump into our pack. We've opened Reanimate and Rush of Dread, two pretty solid black cards here. Reanimate's just... I've played with Rush of Dread. It is good, but I want to take the Reanimate because it is splashable and it is also quite good. This is old school card for sure from Tempest, I believe. And yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it and see if we can build a fun... Well, the thing is, you don't need to build a quote-unquote Reanimate deck, right? This is just a good card in any black deck. It targets any graveyard. There's a lot of self-mill in this format, so you can kind of build around it if you want to, though not entirely necessary. But you can also just hit your opponent's stuff. And the nice thing is, if you are going to go into a more Reanimator game plan, there are a lot of other good pieces you can get. You can get the Badlands Revival in green-black. You can get the, I don't remember, the 2-mana return a creature from your graveyard. There is Back for More as another green-black recursion spell. Good pack here. I think I like taking the Burrow Fiend to follow up the Reanimate over the Servant of Stinger, but both of these are just fantastic uncommons. Spinewood Paladin's one of the best green commons that you can get as well. This has more synergy with the Reanimate, right? Gets to mill you, and it's also a 2-drop that can actually just win the game. That's a nice... Ooh. That is a set of nice choices here for pick 3. Another Burrow Fiend, an Outcaster Trailblazer, which is just a good value card, and then a Patient Naturalist. Again, this is one of my favorite commons in the format, just because when you are going green, a lot of times you do go in the more grindy graveyard synergy decks. And this one is not only fixing, but also ways to put stuff in the graveyard. That being said, I think you're supposed to take the Burrow Fiend or the Trailblazer here. And I think double Burrow Fiend is probably just a little bit too good. So with this, we do need to make sure we get a good number of creatures. Actually, I don't need... I mean, these are both saddles, too. I could definitely take the Frontier Seeker here. And look to be green-white saddles, mounts. Snakeskin Veil is a very good green card, though. But I think I'm going to take the Frontier Seeker and just stay open. Journey to Nowhere now. Okay. Yeah. Just a very good removal spell, pick 5 here. Somebody noted in one of my previous videos, remember, this is an old school enchantment exile effect. You read this card, it enters the battlefield, you have to exile a creature. So, for example, if you only have one creature on the battlefield and your opponent casts Journey to Nowhere, if you have like a sacrifice effect or something to get rid of your creature, they have to target one of their own. Nowadays, cards like this read exile target creature and opponent controls. So they're less punishing, but this is one of the old school cards, so you can get your opponents that way. Not a great pick 6. We could take one of the deserts here. I'm not going to take Wadden Griffin. I think that's more filler. I will take the Insatiable Avarice, just in case I do stay in black. I'm actually quite a fan of that card. All right, well, Deserts Due. I like Deserts Due a lot more than Ariet's Lullaby, although there's nothing wrong with Lullaby. There's also a Heath here. And we've seen a bunch of these Betrayals at the Vault go around. I don't particularly care for this card, but I do think it's playable for sure. You know, whenever you get a 2-for-1 with it, it just feels fantastic, but... Yeah, let's take the Dew. At Knife Point, huh? I don't think we're going to be going there. I haven't played with this card yet, but there are some matchup where this card is just fantastic, right? If you're playing against the Outlaw deck, oftentimes they have a ton of 1-toughness creatures that they're producing. But I mean, I guess I'd rather just take the Sterling Keykeeper in case I do end up in white still. Hell, we could be black-white. We don't have to be locked into green. Let's take the Skullduggery here. Very good combat trick. Okay. I mean, I guess I haven't seen much green after the first two Burrow Fiends, right? We went reanimate Burrow Fiend, Burrow Fiend. Assassin for black is okay. The lifelink really puts this over the top for me, because you're happy to play this out just as a flyer without getting the ETB. Excuse me, ETB a lot of times. Pixie or Rampage? Pixie's good with like Frontier Seeker and stuff. I actually haven't found this card to be too bad though. Skullduggery, okay. I will say now, like, you can just draft a really low to the ground creature deck, and if you have a couple of Skullduggeries, they're effectively as good as removal spells, and sometimes even better as 1-for-1 removal. Every time Skullduggery is printed in a limited format, it's usually pretty good. Muscle. Mystic Snake, love that one. It's a mythic on... Actually, this isn't bonus sheet. What is this part of? I don't know. In any case, what do we have? We opened quite a few good cards here. Fortune, Loyal Steed, really good. Saddle creature, or mount, I guess it's called. And we have a couple of things that already have some good synergy with it. There is a Dirge here, which can be very good depending on how low to the ground your deck is, right? If you have some really good 2-drops, for example, getting double Burrow Fiend is pretty spicy. Trained Erranx, I think, is the best 2-drop common in white, and I don't think it's close. Yeah, this card just does so much work. It's just one of the best 2-drops, period, in the format. And then there's a Festering Gulch. We're going to take the Fortune over the Erranx. Grand Abolisher. Haven't found this one to be particularly good. Not that I've seen it that much. It's like okay. It's more of a value card than it is a good card. We have an Omenport Vigilante here. Take up the shield. Clear Shot. Mourner's Surprise. That's the 2-mana recursion card I was thinking of. Yeah, I mean, my black is pretty whatever, so... It's really just that early, or that pick one, pack one even, reanimate I took. Let's just take the Clear Shot and I guess look to be green-white mounts. Prairie Dog's fantastic. 3 Steps Ahead is quite good as well. I love a lot of these spree cards. They just have so much utility. Oh god, I got like allergies or something. My eyes are all itchy. But yeah, Prairie Dog's great. This is a lot better in a deck that has a lot of instant speed effects or abilities or spells, you know? Like turn 2 Prairie Dog, turn 3 pass the turn into Holy Cow. Just a disgusting curve out. Let's see, we have a Grizzly here. What we don't have right now are the signpost uncommons or even rare, right? We don't have Miriam, we don't have Wily Duke. And actually, we don't have any of the throw off the saddles. But we still have a bit of time, so I'm not too concerned. Snakeskin Veil number 1, fantastic. Again, man, how many betrayals at the vault have we seen? Yeah. I always say it, but anytime you're playing a deck like the... Well, anytime you're playing green, really, I think you want to have at least 1 Snakeskin Veil. And I've played up to 3 in the mount decks. Just because a lot of the times you're going kind of all in on one or more creatures. Right, for example, Burrow Fiend can just win the game on its own, so making sure you have a way to protect is pretty good. Creature count is 8 right now. I mean, I would expect to see more green in this pack since we didn't pass much green. Green just doesn't feel very open. But it's so hard for me to abandon the double Burrow Fiend we have. Requisition Raid, what does that one do again? You can put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. So we have a Tornado here and a Patient Naturalist, and I'm pretty happy with Naturalist, even though we're not doing the green-black stuff. Still good with the double Burrow Fiend. Jeez. Huh. 7th pick Murder. I mean, Sheriff of Safe Passage is totally reasonable, so is another Patient Naturalist. Should I have ditched this damn green and been black? This is kind of a turning point. But I guess Sheriff of Safe Passage is good enough on color, so we'll just take it. This would have been a cool one, too, had we gone white-blue. Cast on your... I haven't built a good white-blue cast on your opponent's turn deck. Gross, another bad pack. I am not huge on the security, but it's totally reasonable. Oh, Vigilante Wield. Is that even what we want, though? Would I rather just have the Tumbleweed Rising? God, Tumbleweed Rising with 2 Burrow Fiends, I think, is actually kind of sick. Tornado's great. I like just playing this card. So many big bomb flyers. And worst case scenario, you get to cycle it away. It's a pretty late duelist. Ah! I have opened OKO so many times. It's actually crazy. Obviously, that's not a bad thing, but... Alright, well, it's not as good on the splash, but it's still gonna be my pick here. What's my fixing right now? I actually don't have any. I guess the Naturalist. So any Abzan, not Abzan, any Bant land is gonna be a priority now. Just too good not to take. I think this is my 3rd or 4th OKO Thief of Crowns. And then I've opened 3 of the, whatever the new one is called. Feels good and feels bad. I think a lot of people play this card wrong. Man, what a card. Alright. Spinewood's Paladin here, I like over Deputy, I think. I'm not huge on Deputy for fixing. And currently I don't even have any deserts to grab with it, so... It would be putting a basic on top, and yeah, I mean, I just picked OKO, but... I really wish I had gone black-green. And we could do, like, some Sultai. Oh man, Rise of the Varmints 2 is so good. But maybe not for what we're doing? I mean, it'll still be fine. This card in the late game is just so gross. Yeah. I mean, some okay white cards here, but man, God, I'm so tempted just to cut the white and add the black back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 11. We would have enough playables to go Sultai-ish again. Big issue still being is that I don't have much fixing. I'll just stick with what we have. Holy cow. Or I could take the gold pan for OKO fixing. But I think we just take the flyer there. Another Rise of the Varmints. There's a Mindslaver. Mystical Tether's great, and another gold pan. I guess I'm supposed to take the Tether now. There's a nice pickup. Whew! A lonely Arroyo. black fixing. Another Avarice. Ariet's Lullaby is playable if we want. I don't think we have room for it, though. I'll just take the gems. Yeah. God, I don't know if I drafted this very well. I think I got too latched onto a couple things. I mean, I don't think the deck is bad, but it's missing some of the components. And it's just possible that, you know, a card like Miriam was just not opened in the draft. Do I have enough tricks to get through, though? I don't know if we do. Do I have enough flyers to get through? Not particularly. Maybe white-black was the seed I should have been in? We have a lot of playable black cards in our sideboard, but... Two blue sources for OKO is a little bit low. One more duel would have went such a long way. Ugh. How many creatures? I have 14 creatures for Rise of the Varmints. Maybe I can go down one more forest and up one more blue. It's just, if we ever draw OKO, we want to be able to cast OKO. Alright, I'm not super confident in this build, but... Or rather, this draft. Because there's not much I can do about the build anyways. We're going to keep that, even though we don't have a single white source. It's a great draw. Just need to find one more land by turn 3. Okay, it's going to be a mirror-ish match. Nice. I mean, the odds of it are extremely low, but we could potentially be attacking for 7 next turn. Right? The Naturalist, if it milled 3 creatures, and then the Burrow Fiend activation, milling an additional 2. It looks like they have options here. Do they want to land or do they want to mount? And they have a Saddle Fiend of their own. So I'm going to take 3 first strike. They get to scry. This is what I'm talking about. The Erix is just so good. What a 2-drop. One creature. They have a Steer Clear in their hand. Oh, wait. Oh, it's 4 damage if you have a mount, right. For some reason I was thinking if they had an Outlaw. It's a very good card too. So let's see, I'm gonna... Oh, I have the ranch, not a ping. But even still, let's see, we're gonna take 5, go to 12. Alright, we're gonna have a really big next turn. I'm just gonna plot my 4-5 here. And then next turn we can go 4-5 plus Rising plus potentially Sheriff. This gives Vigilance as well. Damn. Alright, so I'm going to take 7, and they get to scry again. I go to 5? I still might be able to stabilize next turn. Oh yeah, there we go. I guess I'd rather play out the Paladin than 2 other creatures. Just 2 big creatures here, looks nice. I'd say they, well, it looks like they just have a better version of my deck, because we don't really have a true mount theme. Though we do have OKO. Doing some math over there. Give him the Yorgo. Alright, 2 lands milled. Very nice for them. They have 0 creatures in their graveyard for the Burrow Fiend. Big Beaver. Okay. Well, it looks like we have a reprieve for a turn. Let's make a 5/5 for 2 mana. Let's get Fortune online. I don't really want that. The dog could be okay, but it's a little bit slow. I mean, bottoming spells is awkward, but I don't think those are spells we want right now. Would be nice if I had gotten a take up the shield. Okay, they're gonna mount the Stubborn. They did mill an Armadillo this time. Stable Master. Yeah, they got a lot of good uncommons. Only 1 card left in hand. They're not even... Huh. I think they might have wanted to hold that. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna bounce my Paladin, I guess. And gain another 3. Yeah, that was really weird of them to play out the Alchemist. That made most sense. At the very least, they should have pumped their Erynx and then, like, offered a trade for one of my big creatures. This is where the ranch is going to start wrecking us, though, if they just start drawing extra cards or set up their draws. Oh, there's Miriam now. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I think they just have a better version of our deck. Now, they still don't have a great attack. They can attack the Beaver in, but It just trades. It would get to pump something else though, like the Arinx maybe. Yeah, I think this is a good play. Okay. So the Burrow Fiend can actually attack as a 5 now too. So I think they're probably supposed to wait on it. It's only going to get better and better. Oh, wow, they're going to offer the trade. Okay, I'll take it. Deal. It's making my Sheriff worse, but that was a good trade for us. I attack with Fortune this turn, not particularly well. Ugh, God, it would be so good to double spell this turn. Remember, this doesn't tap mounts, so it's not good versus them. I guess I'll just run out the 4/4. We're hoping they just decide to attack with the Arinx and don't have a trick in hand. Because we can triple block the first striking 5/3 with all of our non-5/5s, and I think that would be pretty good. Okay, they didn't crew. Or whatever, saddle. So if they just have random big creatures, the Keykeeper can tap them down. Can tap the Tycoon down as well, which isn't terrible. We got one of those hoverers. I wish it didn't show you what your opponent was hovering over. Extremely annoying. Alright, where are you, Mr. Oak? There you are, Mr. Oak. Alright. Could just turn Miriam into a 3/3. I think that's probably what we want to do. Shut that thing off. This is a long game one. Maybe they just concede to OKO. You never know. Maybe they're just like, I'm off it. We have this good Grindy game. The OKO wasn't even killing them there. Okay, well. We'll take it. I think they had the better deck, but we were able to stabilize, and then OKO just, yeah. OKO just demoralized them too much, I guess. A win's a win, as they say. Okay. I don't mind having an island in all of my starters, I suppose. This is actually a pretty good hand. 3 removal spells, too. Lead on the journey. Plains or Mount. And we did hit. What did we lose? Tornado, Paladin, and a Pixie. So they're on the blue-white deck, I guess. I'm actually just going to pass here. Not run into a counter. We can run into a counter at their end of turn. Or if they tap out now, then good. But this is also more mana efficient. What did they do? Shark? Great. Nice, we can double spell or just Bighorn. And now they're kind of forced to cast a spell if they want to get value from their shark first. Oh, that was good, though. We want to hit another plains. Fortune. Let's see, what is the wording on this? Destroy target creature if no other creature has greater power. We can exile our Frontier Seeker as well. Is a saddle too? I guess I can just journey to nowhere the shark. Oh, you know what they have? They have the -4/-0 card in their hand. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I just want to attack for 2 in the air. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Possible I should have just cast out the Sterling Key Keeper here then, but the way I see it, I also only have 1 plane, so I kind of want to start using my removal. Second island, huh? Guess how many in their deck? 2, exactly. Two planes milled, yikes. I mean, guess that's good. I can pay the 2 if they have the counter, unless you can pay 2 card. We'll keep the Naturalist. Digs us for land and also can fuel the Burrow Fiend. Oh, they have the Wrangler. Yep. That card is absurd. So we're going to have to tether that, because now they're just going to start making birds by passing the turn. And again, I'm going to play around the counter unless you pay 2 card. Sure. I'm going to get a little bit wrecked here, but I think I'm going to make this play. We're running into their combat trick now. We're also running into their Tycoon, which is indestructible, but The Fortune is still going to flicker the Frontier Seeker, which hopefully finds us a Plains. But any land will let us cast the Naturalist at least. Oh, you can flicker the opponent's creatures. Exile target non-token creature. Yeah, I can flicker their things as well. Alright, so this is the -4/-0 on Fortune. And hoping that they don't have anything else. Oh, no, they're gonna sack? Okay. Huh. Well, that actually wasn't bad. So maybe they do just have the counter then. That's really good to get rid of. Holy smokes. What is in their hand? Oh, I milled OKO. And I didn't hit a land. Actually, wow, Stagecoach Security would have been real good too. I've heard there's a White Wrath in the format. I have never seen it. I don't even know what it's called. But if there's one card that can get us here that feels like that's that. No, that's not it. Okay, I mean... Exile a non-token. And then destroy their Felidar. No other creature has greater power than Felidar. And we don't mount here at all, we just attack all. The old Getaway Glamour. They did have Take the Fall. Wait, that doesn't work. They messed up. I mean, they were probably still dead, but... Oh, wait a minute. Actually, they didn't block my Holy Cow last turn with their 2/2 flyer, did they? So remember, this is ranked. It's just still bugged to show Premier Draft is not being ranked. We are rank 56 right now. It's pretty good. I would be very thrilled if this deck could get a couple more wins, really. Maybe we can cast some turn 3 OKOs for the free rolls. Oakley dokley. Good hand. That looks like a hand of a good deck. And it's not to say my deck is bad, necessarily, but... So this is one of those really powerful standard sets where I think you're trying to build a deck, you know, more than just good cards, which you can often get away with in Limited, which is why I don't think my deck was particularly good, just because we don't have as many synergies for the mounts as we would want. But we do have individually powerful cards, which sometimes is good enough, of course. Alright, so we missed a land drop, so let's go Frontier Seeker here, try to hit that third land. We lost 2 removal spells, that's too bad. Gonna need to find a land next turn. That's really unfortunate. I am going to go ahead and do this just to mill 2 and try to hit some creatures in the graveyard. But... that puts us so far behind, just missing that 1 land drop. And now if they start drawing extra cards... Okay, they didn't. That was a good, fortunate break for us. I'm going to go with Naturalist here instead of Tethering, because we can apply potentially a lot of pressure. Nice, nice. Wow. This is what I'm talking about. Burrow Fiend can just solo. And we have potentially the Rising next turn with the Burrow Fiend, so we're hoping they don't use a removal spell here. Just some random creature. Perfect. And their Shark. Great. Awesome. Oh, that's so good with our Burrow Fiend, too. Alright. Some more creatures would be nuts. Did not, but that's okay. We'll keep a Snakeskin Veil and then probably just cycle. Well, they're blue-white. I probably don't want to cycle Tornado, even though I really like to hit a land. We've milled 4 lands already. I'm guessing this Glamour is not going to be able to kill one of their creatures anytime soon, since we now have a 6/6. So what I might want to do is like flicker my Frontier Seeker or something. Oh, we could also try to push damage with it. Alright, that's really good. They can't afford to attack with anything else. Only one creature can attack with this turn. In fact, if I draw land, we win. If they just attack with one creature here. Nice, because this is 14 damage even if I don't mill any creatures. Oh, there's 15 damage. I can't count. Well, in any case, we will take it. Nice. Good, 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 good. We're green-white, but we were doing graveyard synergies. The Burrow Fiend with the Naturalist. Again with the opening hand green and blue, huh? So we might need to cycle the Tornado. But we will still play out the Burrow Fiend on turn 2 and hope that we just rip a land naturally here. Did not. Double Inspiring Vantage. Land, please. Now we need a Plains, please. OKO and a land milled. Sorry, OKO and a Sheriff milled. Oh, Lullaby killing the mounted creature. Well, we were due for a screw, and I guess we're gonna get it here, huh? Alright. We can go ahead and just concede that game. Yeah, we hit a Plains, very easy. We don't hit a Plains, good beats. Always finding that damn island, though. Yeah. GG's go next. Don't do it. Okay, no island in opening hand. Ooh. Effectively a 0 creature hand. Ay, no, I gotta ship that one. That looks a lot better. Sheriff is kind of spicy with the Bighorn. Guess I'm gonna lose the Bighorn. I guess I lose the Sheriff. It's not even that good in our deck anyways, unless we draw our Rise from the Varmints or something. I mean, it could go off with a Bighorn, but I'd rather just have the Bighorn and the security itself, you know? There's a nice one. Lead off with the Burrow Fiend instead. You got me. Servant! Fortune. Go ahead and try to mill some creatures. Did hit. Don't mind trading. What do we lose? Prairie Dog and an island. Okay. To the Geyser Drake. I'm going to keep the Rise of the Varmints with this hand. Between the Fortune and the Naturalist, we'll find lands after the fact. So what do they have in their hand? Like a Skullduggery or a Fake Your Own Death type card, probably? Okay. Oh, maybe they have the Flyer. They need to flash it in now. If they have the 2/2 Flyer, they need to do it now before the Fortune fully triggers, or resolves, rather. They didn't. Oh, okay. So it was just a chump block? Well, that's pretty good. So no longer gonna Patient Naturalist here. And I'm gonna draw the land before the OKO. This is the Skullduggery holdup. So I'm content just sitting back for now. Put the fear in them. So I think the game plan here is to next turn Naturalist into presumably OKO. We've only seen one forest thus far, right? Yeah, so we have a bunch of forests still in the deck. 7 in the top. Let's see. We didn't see any forest there, did we? I don't remember, but... I guess Patient Naturalist only looks at 3 cards. But if we hit no land, we get a treasure to cast OKO. Or if we hit one of 7 forests in 3 out of like 20. What are we doing here? Unless this is me that's disconnected. What? Okay. So yeah, we'll go with the Naturalist first. There's a forest. Great. Saddle up. Saddle up. Oh, I guess I should have probably saddled the other way around to where I was flickering the Fortune Seeker. I don't. Well, no, that's not true. Never mind. With Rise of the Varmints in our hand, flickering the Naturalist is better. No, I like that. Alright, so block Fortune, Skullduggery. Hopefully they have another trick, otherwise they're still just taking way too much. Unless they're gonna wait. Well, they only have 2 black, so Metamorphic Blast. Ah, that's pretty good. That's really good here, especially if they have the Skullduggery. So 1-1 on now my 0-1. Geyser Drake on Fortune, Skullduggery. Oh? Yeah, maybe they don't have Skullduggery. If they're making this block. Sure. Okay, Flicker the Naturalist. So we're gonna mill 3, then scry 2. Nice. Both of those seem good. If OKO gets countered, no big deal. Sure, annoying, but we already have way more pressure than they have. We're just gonna immediately make a food token. OKO's not really in range of dying here, so we'll make the food a 3/3 next turn and put the big pressure on. Hey, Rise of the Varmints. Sad. There goes my backup win con. Damn. Well, still looking very good here, of course. Oh, they are attacking. Okay. I would like to target my own food, please. Thank you.
Let's broaden your existence.
We're not going to crew, or rather saddle Fortune. There's no need. We know we're drawing the cow. And I'd at this point rather just attack with anything. How much damage is this? They block the 4, take 3, 6, 7, 8, 11. Oh, this is lethal if they have nothing. But with 4 mana open and the Geyser Drake, they're gonna have something. Sure. So now they have the 2/2 flyer. Very nice. All right. So they kill Fortune. They gain a little bit of life. I mean, they're gonna need something kind of impressive here to come back still. Yeah, OKO is taking 4. Now what? That doesn't save you. In fact, bouncing this, that's not even that good. Yeah. Alright, GG's. Uber dead on board. So, yeah, our good cards are saving us from having a little bit of lack of synergy. 4 wins now. Good hand. Quite a good hand. Turn 1 bird. Blue green. Turn 2 varmint. Okay. Well, I do need to find a land. If I don't draw a land in 3 draw steps, that would be unfortunate. I'm happy to trade here. Land, please. Ugh, missing land drops, no good. So this becomes a 3/4 until end of turn. Or not end of turn, just becomes a 3/4 if they've committed a crime. Yeah, no blocks. Not worth. Okay, they missed a land drop too. They might have a counter. They didn't loot main phase. A land. Aw, it milled both of my saddles. But the good news is we have the varmint in hand, Rise of the Varmints in hand, so we can already make 3 creatures next turn by just playing it. They discarded Snakeskin Veil. That's terrifying. Kaiser Drake. Alright, okay with that. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to get really aggressive here. See how they block. Alright, so let's... I guess I can gain maximum life by going like this. Snakeskin Veil into Clear Shot, they're 1/4. Or Clear Shot the other way around. It's a 2 for 2, but I keep board presence. I don't mind using my Snakeskin Veil like that. That is worse, since they don't actually put the creature in my graveyard. Oh, that was... We actually can flicker it back. That's funny. Now we want them to play something with big power. Tiny Bones is not big power. It's a Death Toucher. Let's just Journey Tiny Bones. Target creature you control gains hexproof untap until end of turn becomes a copy of one other creature. Sure. Okay. It's a 2-mana 4/4 right now. Nah, I don't want that. We need to block the Tiny Bones, otherwise they can cast something from my graveyard, even though blocking the Strix would be great. I mean, I guess I'll just... 4/2/1s. Your move. Can't say a tapped 4/4 is going to save you. Desperation loot and only have 2 mana left. I like it. We're continuing to win. I mean, it's working. 5 wins now. Alright, 5-1, game 7. Very good opening hand. Let's go. Turn 3 OKO 1 time. But not in the graveyard. This is one of those hands, though, I'm talking about. Turn 2 Burrow Fiend, turn 3 Naturalist. Saddle it up. Attack for hopefully a lot. Game on. Thought that was OKO for a second. I saw the bonus sheet card and I got excited. Alright, Cunning Coyote. It's a good one. Land, creature. Alright, 2 creatures is huge. How many more can we hit? None, but we did mill our journey. But hey, attacking for 4 on turn 3. Can't be complaining about that at all. Courser's great. Opponent's gonna hit me for 7 here? Oh, we racing. Oh no, they're gonna go for the value play. Okay, hit me for 5 and effectively draw a card, so Courser can play the cards until the end of the next turn. Let's go like this. Mill 2 more. Did not hit a creature, but now we can make... Actually, do I want to wait? I don't want to just plot the stagecoach and do it next turn. Okay, saddle first, attack. Hit another land, so they can play that one next turn. I might have lethal if they just play out 1 creature here. Yeah, that... we could kill them this turn. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We would need to mill exactly 2 creatures with the Burrow Fiend. Two creatures! That's lethal. This is ward 2, right? Wow. Insane. No! They didn't get to see I had Xaxes. Was that turn 5 lethal? It's great. 6-1. Okay. I don't believe it, but here we are. Turn 3 OKO. 1 time. 1 time. Alright, I'll keep this on the play. Not exciting, but good enough. Grizzly into plot. Yep, definitely playing out the Arroyo. Bandit turn 2, no! Bandit's so good. Do I want to just clear shot that thing? I guess I'm not too upset with them getting 1 token. And since that's our only removal spell, I think I might want to wait. See if they have something better to shoot. Alright. Pally. Do you think I attack for 4? I played the Pally first in case we want a clear shot. Wow, trade's great. Nice. Alright, so let's go Naturalist into Prairie Dog now. Plain, Snakeskin Veil, and a creature. Losing the Snakeskin Veil sucks, but it is what it is. The Tarantula. You got it. We're just going to attack with our Paladin. See what they do. Blocks, huh? Could pass and get a counter on Prairie Dog. Oasis Gardener. They're gonna attack, okay. Oh, I'll take it. That's a really aggressive attack. Let's crew with the lifelinker so we can leave back the 2/3 on blocks, I think. Well, actually, no. We're also making a 1/1 token and we have vigilance, so. I haven't wanted to cast out the Stagecoach yet. They're clearly holding open some kind of trick. I'm fine with that trade. I'm just going to pass priority. Wow, what is going on over there? Man, I'm wondering if I wanted to Rise of the Varmint. Sorry, yeah, Rise of the Varmints there, but I have no idea what's going on. They have something in their hand that they're just chilling on, and they're getting aggressive with it. Whatever it is. Maybe they have their own varmints? It's fine. Okay, now they decided to chill out. Ooh, that's a great draw. And the reason that's a great draw is because we can mill some more creatures for varmint. Nice. Yep, we're definitely casting it out since we have the Stagecoach, so we'll set up for lethal next turn. Four creatures to my 8, and I'm going to pump them all by +1/+1 next turn. Main phasing this to get the Scry, and so that we can saddle. Oh, I guess I should have saddled first and milled too. Whoops. Slight sequencing error. 2 lands milled, that's great. What can they even do here? I don't know. Take up the shield for lifelink. Okay, I'm gonna give them a card. Alright, no lifelink. So take up the shield is what they had, and they thought they might be able to survive with it. But we sandbagged our clear shot, and we got to 7 wins with this thing. Feels good, man. We did have some small synergies going on, but mostly it was just like the saddle fiends with a couple of random mill effects and creatures just dying naturally. We weren't really a true saddle deck. Did have OKO, and OKO was good in the very first game. It made the opponent concede when they were at like 20 life, but alright. We'll take it. Sometimes you just get there, and got there we did. So, nice little 7 winner. As always, thanks for watching. We improved our rank up to number 43 as we continue on our adventure of Thunder Junction. See you next time. Bye-bye.